got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
All right, come on.
This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But you look at this defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Shifts by him. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
On play action, here's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They're going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. A little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Herbert back to the air. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A quick hitter, complete. It's Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
After
the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next makes the score. Commanders 14, Dolphins 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards that time. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got Granson, his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Tua. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Here's a give to Gibson. He stiff arms him. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. It's It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins 7-yard line.
Herbert. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kylan Granson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 28, Dolphins 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Returnable here for Davis. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Play action. It's Herbert. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. A short one there, caught by Granson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 82 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He's to the 15. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Gibson. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 42, Dolphins 7. Robbie Gould sets
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. Up to the 20. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. This will be caught by Brown. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 49, Dolphins 7. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Davis now to return it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Dances by at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Running right, here's A-Chain. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, Gibson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hold me trips right. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. Now it's Herbert. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Berrios on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st down, Dolphins.
On the draw, it's Wilson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 yards to go. 2nd down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, fans usually love